hope you're all good. I'm going to go through the 7 basics in terms of achieving any physical or mental or nutritional goal which you should be focusing on before worrying about anything else. So the 7 basics which you should fundamentally nail will get you onto a good path of where you want to get to. So the 7 basics are moving or walking, protein, water, sleep, stress, strength training, fruit and vegetables. 7 basics. I'm going to quickly summarize each one and try and explain why they are so important. So protein. Obviously protein is the most important macronutrient. It helps with repairing cells in the body, helps repair broken down muscle tissue caused by strength training. So it will help with building muscle, it helps with bone density, strengthening tendons and ligaments, it helps cellular repair of hair, skin, eyes, everything in your body, it will help to repair. So protein is crucial. It also helps with increasing metabolism and it will help you feel fuller as well. So it helps with fat loss. So protein is crucial. Steps or walking. Walking is the easiest, most stress-free form of exercise you can do. And you can do it anywhere. And it helps with mental health, helps with mental clarity, it helps with stress. It burns calories, obviously. So walking needs to be done every day. Aim for as much as you can. If it's only 5,000 steps, it's 5,000 steps. If you can get 10, 15, 20,000 a day, then awesome. But use it as a way to de-stress and relax. Head outside and walk for an hour and listen to a podcast, for example. Water. You are mostly water in terms of you as a human being. You are mostly made up of water. So I don't need to tell you how important water is. But most people don't drink enough. My advice to you is try and get into the habit of drinking around 1.5, 2 litres of water a day. Ideally more. But obviously if you're someone who doesn't drink much water and going from there to drinking 2-3 litres a day, that's going to be tough. So gradually build your water intake up. And you'll notice you'll feel so much better. You'll feel more energized. You'll feel awake. Your mental clarity will improve. Everything will just start feeling better. Imagine yourself as a plant. If plants don't get watered enough, they start to whittle down and eventually they'll die. You are a more complex plant, essentially. Sleep. Sleep is crucial. When you sleep, you essentially recover from the day's stresses. You recover from the stresses of training as well. If you do strength train, which you should, which I'll go on to next. But without optimal sleep, you'll feel depressed. You will feel anxious. You can't concentrate. The major functions in your body will just not operate optimally. So sleep is crucial. That's something you need to really focus on. And I'm going to do another post about sleep in the future. Around 8-9 hours a night is optimal. People can work optimally on less sleep than that. Some people need more. So it depends on the individual. Fruit and veg. Now, fruit and vegetables are packed with micronutrients, essential nutrition for optimal health. And again, most people don't get enough. So ignore the whole eat 5 portions of fruit and vegetables a day. That's the minimum you should be having a day. Try and get out of the habit of thinking about 5 a day, because most people will, if they have that mindset, then they'll think, I've had 3 portions a day, that's all right. Eat as much as you can, literally. Eat as much as you can. 10 portions a day would be a nice place to start. No one's ever got ill from eating too much fruit and vegetables and nutrition. No one has ever put on body fat from eating too much fruit or veg. Remember, the core nutrition comes from your fruit and veg. Helps with the immune system. You'll literally feel better. You'll have more goodness from those foods, which will help with a number of things. Essentially, just making your body work better. If your body's working better, your brain will work better, and your brain works better, you will feel better. If you feel better, you will sleep better. Your training will improve. It's all connected, as you can probably start to realise. It's all connected. What is the next one? Okay, stress. Stress is a big one. Trying to manage your stress. If you're stressed, you won't sleep properly. If you won't sleep properly, then you won't recover properly. If you don't recover properly, then you become more stressed. If you become more stressed, you essentially become ill. Your immune system will start to decrease, and you'll start getting ill. So essentially, you need to try and focus on your stress levels as well. And that can be done through walking. Be done through doing activities you enjoy, gardening, for example, getting outside in nature, listening to music you enjoy, things like that. So stress is a big one. I think I've gone through them all. Protein, water, stress, fruit and veg, strength training. So another basic is resistance or strength training. So by far the most important thing you should be doing in a gym, or as we all know, outside the gym now. But strength training helps with your mental health. It helps with stress. It helps relieve stress. It releases chemicals which makes you feel better and happier. It will help with your posture. It will help with increasing bone density, and it will help strengthen your ligaments and joints, so it will reduce the risk of injury in later life. It will help you look better as well. You start to build muscle tissue over time, small amounts of muscle tissue, which will help you look better as your optimal body shape will start to take shape, if that makes sense. So strength training is very important. Being strong in general is just very important. It's good for just everyday life. Functional strength, just your general squatting and push-pulling movements. You need to be strong and capable at those movements. I think about in later life when you see elderly people struggling to get off the chair. That's essentially doing a squat movement. If you can't do a squat movement, if you can't push yourself off the chair, then if you fall over, how are you going to push yourself up from the floor? The two movements there are essentially a push-up and a squat, but a bit less organised than that. So yeah, strength training is another good one. So I think I've gone through them all. If I've left anything out, let me know and I'll run through it again. But essentially going through the basics and nailing the basics first before worrying about anything else is your main priority when it comes to optimal health, physical and mental health. So yeah, I hope that helps. If you have any questions, pop them in the comment box below and I'll answer them for you. And yeah, have a good rest of the day, and I'll see you on another live call very soon. Take care.